founder of Authorigens, and this introduction was for everyone who just recently joined us. Thank you for joining the community. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm definitely getting better. Energy levels are coming back. Infection is out of the way. So, yeah, definitely feeling very good. Can't complain. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about the dot collection that I had shared pictures of a couple of days ago. I don't have the entire product with me because one of the packages didn't arrive yet. It has been raining continuously in most of the parts of India, and it's created really a lot of damage, delays, etc. But well, I have something to show you anyways. But first I wanted to talk to you about the collection itself, why it's called dot. So dot in Hindi or in Sanskrit is called bindu. So not Sindhu but bindu. So bindu or tilak is something, it holds a very special place in our culture. So it means that everything starts, a creation starts from a dot. It's like a, dot is like a seed. So everything starts from that and then comes back to that form. This itself, if you see, is very powerful, right? Like it's the combination for, in a very mythological or also spiritual way, it's combination of Shiva and Shakti coming together. So it's the power of creation and the power of divinity, which basically enlightens the world, but also enlightens you as a person within. So that's basically what the meaning of dot or bindu means. So we thought, okay, we are starting exploration with the Ajrak craft, also with Rayan community. So this is almost for us like a beginning as well. So let's do something that represents that. So then we started looking for blocks. We used their current blocks that represents dots, and I personally love dots. I love, now it's called polka dots, but then these have been in our scriptures for so many years in old ways of dressing. So I've always been fascinated by that, big ones, small ones, really small ones, and then dots arranged in different ways. So that's what it started as, and then I wanted to do it in Gaji silk. It's a silk from the same state, so from Saurashtra. It's from the same. It's from Gujarat, not from Kutch, but from Gujarat. And we thought, to make something very silky. This is okay. Only unfortunate thing is that this is not the fabric itself is not hand woven. So that was something. Yeah, it didn't. It was not something that I was really keen for, because I only work 95%. We only work with if you're doing something, creating something by ourselves, then it's always on hand made fabrics. So but then the craft itself was so strong that we gave in, and we thought, okay, let's focus on the craft. Now, Ajrak as a craft, it exists for like almost more than 4,000 years. So it's very, very, very old, and it has seen a lot of different, like revolutions, evolution, but the craft itself has remained really strong. And at some point, there's a very good story about how Ajrak. So the amazing thing about Ajrak is that the front and back, they would, initially they would actually print front and back, because this obviously the craft is existing even before electricity was invented. So they didn't know in the morning when people would wear, the maldaris, people who actually take care of the camels, they would not know what is the right side and what is the inside. So they would actually print on both sides. Such a beautiful story, and that became like the identity of Ajrak. So Ajrak itself, it took time for us to do this, because it's a 19-step process, a craft process. It's like art. It's literally like creating art. And the best thing is, because Ajrak uses only natural dyes, you have no idea what the final outcome would be. It's, you probably imagine something and something else comes out, because how much ever you control, the way the natural colors will react to the natural sun, the way it reacts to the water, it's completely different in different seasons, different intensities. So that's the beauty of it. The difference between the hand block printed, so-called hand block printed things that you see in the market, and Ajrak, is a lot of the hand block printed stuff that we see, they are actually mainly, most of them actually just buy from products from big traders like fabric, and then they make products from it. The problem there is, like for us as a sustainable brand, the problem there is that it is impossible to know who's making it, if the person is paid well, but also where the water is being disposed. And because they don't use natural dyes, they're all pigment dyes. So then and we don't know what kind of dyes they use. I mean, they say that, yeah, it's azo-free, but there is no guarantee of that. And most of them, like 95% of that comes from Jaipur. And I have been to Jaipur and I know this. It's just it's very commercial. I think they print like maybe, I don't know, maybe at least 5 to 8, like 10,000 meters every day because of the demand. And, I think that kind of, I don't know how to, it's still, of course, made, but I'm not, they're still probably having it made by hand, like hand block printed. But I just feel like, how do you justify that if you don't know where it's coming from, especially if you're creating something new. So for us, that was really important. So we were like, okay, if you're going to work with hand block printing as a technique, then first you're going to explore Ajrak, because they're like, it's the mother of everything. And then for the next one, if you want some colors, because we are restricted with, we can't use all colors. We can use only few colors there. So if we want colors, then we would do it with a partner that can give us complete transparency on how it's done and how are people paid. So anyway, so Ajrak, what the process is that any fabric that needs to be dyed using Ajrak technique, it needs to go through a processing. So the base fabric will be, actually I think I should do that in the next video. Let me, because it's long, let me show you. This is, so when I was there, we were finalizing everything. We finalized even the side part of it is hand finished. So we finalized everything, and there was a part that could not be used. So I just took a cutting, so I cut it. And I took a cutting for myself because I loved this color and I love this thing. So I just took this just to, feel the garment. So, and I wore it all the time in India. And I'm a big fan of wearing scarves like this. So I wore it like this, but I also, when I went to Ajrakpur, actually I printed almost 2 to 3 meters of my own fabric. So it took me it took me like 3 hours, I think. And I was wearing a singlet, and usually it's a male dominated craft. And just as out of respect, then I wore it like this to cover my arms and cover this part. And it was so good. It's so soft and silky. It's really good. It looks very rich. Our size is 110 by 110, so it's fairly big, and we kept it square so that you can make it as a triangle, wear it like this, or you could, when it's here I can show you, or you could just pull it on, pull it on your shoulders. So that's the story of the Dot collection. I'll send the link. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. Give us the feedback for this, and what do you think in general about our storytelling and what could we improve. Just anything. It could be critical or it could be anything.
Someone is at the front door.
Sorry.